Friday night at 7:30. We are your hosts for the Whiskey Roundtable.
Big G.
Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
What's up, kids?
Woo! This kind of got away from me tonight. It's
did.
like all of a sudden we're here.
It snuck up on us quickly as we were conversing and such.
We had conversations about corn dogs going on.
Corn dogs and transgender dogs and crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I don't know what's wrong with that Bruna. She likes to hump Jimbo. But anyway. Like,
Oh my gosh, it's been a rough week.
Yes.
That's why I have 2 beers in front of me tonight and some whiskey. So how about you guys? How's your week been?
It's, it was challenging, I don't know. I realize I still got some growing up to do.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. I just realized that as I was sitting in my fort and I was, just pondering about life and stuff.
that better be a big fort.
Hey now.
Hey!
You didn't see any wood while you were in there.
No, I sometimes have a big tent, though.
I don't even want to freaking know where this fort is. Honest to God.
Nothing worse when you drop your balls when you're trying to play with your... Oh, anyway, leave it alone.
Yeah, let's quit while we're ahead. So Karen mentioned pre-gaming, so I'm having a little of actually some Willet, but before that, I was having some of the Cleveland whiskey. What is this?
Rye.
Again?
Underground.
Yeah, it's underground rye, of course.
Rye. Yes. I was pre-gaming earlier with Old Forester Single Barrel, which was coincidentally the bottle that I picked for Cleveland Bourbon Gone.
Oh, yeah.
What? Which one? The Old Forester? You were drinking that?
Yeah. Carl Betty brought
That's
this
the
to
barrel pick.
Oh,
the barrel pick.
For the Cleveland
okay.
The
Bourbon
first
Gone.
barrel pick they ever did. And I pulled the flavor. That was it.
Well, next week's Whiskey Wizard's going to be on single barrels, and then the week after that's on barrel picks.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, yeah, I realized I'd never really done that as a topic. I mean, we've edged around it with other things, but anyway. So pre-gaming, Karen, what do you got?
I have an Icelandic Arctic lager that I'm drinking right now.
Arctic lager. I wonder if Phil's on.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's
Phil can tell us what beer he's drinking if he's on here.
Phil Weaver,
yes,
there
he
he
is.
There you go.
Yeah,
He's
Phil.
drinking Evergreen's half an enchilada. What? Evergreen's half an enchilada.
Is that Mexican beer?
What's that?
I doubt it. Just knowing Phil, I don't think they make any kind of Mexican beer in his category.
I have an IPA that's got jalapeno infused upstairs. It is so
Yikes.
good.
Yikes.
So good. I'm sorry.
Really, it is? I mean, for real? It's good?
For shizzle.
For shizzle.
Wow.
So what do you got on the scroll?
We got a lot on the scroll.
Let's
so
see.
he is Phil just said, "Oh my gosh, Phil. He is drinking an 8.1% ABV.
There you go.
Wow.
86 IB year.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
What's wrong with you?
That's
Hopefully you're sitting at home. Because daggone it. We got Captain Gooch out there.
Oh, what's up, Captain
Paul?
Gooch?
all right.
And of course we got Booker Boggs out there.
New Bookers just came out.
And we got
Really?
Did it?
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't have that in my news feed, but
I passed on it. It was $100. I passed on it because usually she hits before I do. So.
yeah.
But if she hasn't got it, let me know. And
Well, anyway, here's for all the people out there watching.
And
on
Pat
the scroll, I
Patterson's
mean.
out there too.
Patty Patterson, yeah.
He's loving the
here
Chief
we
Wahoo.
go. That's for Pat. Okay.
Jennifer wants to know, Shauna, what goes on in that blanket fort.
you don't want to know. Happy fingers.
Yeah.
Happy finger, jazz fingers.
Yes,
Oh,
Pat loves
my.
Chief Wahoo, so
Who
that's
doesn't love Chief
of course.
Wahoo? So yeah, so for
Rain delay today. Rain delay.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
postponed. It's the weather is screwy here today, but yeah. So now that it is baseball season, I will have you and Doug on one side of the table, and me and my Chief Wahoo will be on the other side. So just so you know, I'm hanging with my real friends.
You're
Okay.
not doing that in the bathroom, are you?
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh, just
There we
checking.
go.
All right.
Don't tell anyone.
Well,
Yeah, Chief Wahoo is.
Doug's like, he's lost control already.
Oh, I don't ever try to have control.
Anyone else on that scroll?
That's the secret.
Oh,
yeah,
let's
just-
see. I don't know. I switched over. What do we got? What do we
Does-
got? No, I think that's everybody.
Awesome.
I think I hit on
okay.
everyone.
So just want to ask a question. Does anybody, perchance, have tonight's whiskey to taste with us at home?
Which it would be interesting because Dettling is not sold everywhere. Actually,
Yeah.
a friend of ours picked this up. So it's only sold in Alabama where it's made, Florida, Nashville, Illinois, Maryland, Delaware, West Virginia, and D.C. So it is
Yeah.
hard to get a hold of,
Yeah.
but
That came from Cousin Ernie.
So it's not
Buffalo.
likely that anybody on the scroll is.
I just
Just
have to say one
taste it,
thing,
yeah.
because I forgot. So Rob is traveling, so he's listening while he's
Listen,
driving
yeah.
home.
up
So,
north.
so
Up
he won't
north.
be on the scroll today. Just
Well, hey,
FYI.
hello, Rob. We know you're listening, and
Love you, Rob. We got your
yeah,
T-shirt here for
yeah.
you.
Appreciate you listening in.
Say hi to that wife of yours. I miss her.
We got some other talking from upstairs there.
I know.
yeah.
Well, we have Bruna. She's taking
She's-
George's
Yeah,
spot.
she's barking because she wants Jimbo to play with her.
So
He's
it's
not
our
having any-
which show of the year so far, Greg?
This is our ninth show.
11th.
I was
11th
close.
show of the year. So
I was going to say 11.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
I know 2 shows in a row. That's pretty
Are you-
good.
That was
Are
close.
you counting the shows that even though you weren't able to
Yes,
join us? And,
yes.
Okay, we were.
I went back
Of course those
through.
count. Those
I
count.
did a little research to make sure I had it right.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Mhm. All right, what else we got, kids?
Sorry, I was just counting down on my notes. You are right. It is the 11th show.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know what else is going on this week. Anything fun?
I drove my car 2 days in a row. That was fun.
Your Porsche.
Porsche
Yes.
911.
Yeah,
I-
because I think everybody drove their car. Probably
Yeah, I
But
saw
not a Porsche
a
911.
bunch of old school cars out. I was trying to catch up with a yellow white convertible top Catalina, probably I'd say probably 67 maybe.
What's a Catalina? I don't.
Pontiac Catalina.
Pontiac.
It's like it's a little bit smaller than
Caddy.
no
Monte Carlo.
no the I can't remember my own car. The Pontiac. What Pontiac do I have?
Grand Prix.
Grand Prix. Thank
No,
you.
Catalina's bigger than Grand Prix.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought-
the same one in that year. It's the same.
I'm not gonna say because back in the day, my car was the largest car made that year, and they only made it once for convertible. Anyway, that's all I gotta say, kids. Go on.
Never mind. I thought I knew cars. I don't know Catalinas, so that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep, yep.
Very, very interesting. And I'm gonna go like smack my dog here in a second.
I'm telling you, that dog is
She's
just like having. It's,
Want
like
me to
Georgia
go?
never
George,
left.
she's
Oh my God.
channeling Georgia's. She's channeling Georgia.
She hears
Yeah.
us down here. She wants to come down and play, but she ain't getting nowhere. She can stay right where the hell she's at.
That's right.
As long as she ain't bothering Jimbo, I can give a poop less. Anyway,
So, did we talk about what you're smoking?
I'm
Oh,
smoking
good
a
point.
Salomon Maduro from Royal Havana cigar, Nicaraguan, Ecuadorian cigar. Very good.
That's a real dark wrapper.
It is a dark red,
Is
but
that-
it doesn't smoke harsh. It's like a lot of Maduro cigars. I mean, they'll make you green, but that's all I've ever smoked was Maduro cigars. But this is very pleasant. We're the only ones that other people that make Salomon cigars is Davidoff.
And when you say
Yeah.
where, you're talking about who?
Royal Havana Cigars, one of our
Just want to
sponsors.
make
So,
sure you say that.
and Royal Havana Cigars, they have their own blend. They do
Royal
their own
Havana cigars.
That's it. So this is I have about 6 of these left out of the bundle. So, but that's.
Is
what's
that something they have there frequently?
do.
You can
They
walk
do
in
have-
anytime and
yes,
get those?
it's their house brand. They probably have, let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 different cigars that you can pull for our house cigars.
Nice. Good deal.
All
I
right.
think my father's watching today, so yeah, Dad, I smoke cigars. I don't know that you've ever noticed, but I do smoke cigars.
And she
So-
drinks beer. How did you raise her?
Very well, obviously. Apples don't fall far, do they? Anyway.
All right.
What else we got?
We should probably should we do our bottle cam? And,
Yeah.
Are
let's
we
do it.
already on that time?
Yeah.
yeah,
we're
it's
ready.
time to
Oh,
do
gosh.
whiskey.
All right, come on, let's get her done.
Check it out.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
All right. So yes, Dettling. So what is really interesting, what I saw when we had this bottle, and it's green. So to me, green means rye, whiskey, bourbon.
Yeah,
all
a
the
lot
time.
of ryes have green
Right.
label.
This is
Right.
not a rye
No.
bourbon at all, which I thought was interesting. But Dettling they are going to be bringing out a couple of ryes this year. They're going to have a bottled and bond straight rye whiskey and a bottled and bond high rye straight
Oh, nice.
bourbon
I
whiskey.
like that.
So right now they don't have any ryes. This is a 6 grain, which I think is really unique, and I don't
Yep.
know that I've ever had a 6 grain.
Yeah, so
Anything
I'm sure you're going to
before.
tell us what those are, right?
Yeah, I will, and
Okay.
thankfully.
Sorry, when you
Because-
when you get to it.
no, because this is funny. This is
Yeah,
funny because
Here, hang on.
I'm thinking in my head 6 grains. Yeah.
he who can't do anything on the computer. I was searching like forever, trying to find. I'm like 6
Yeah.
grain, but I can't find what the grains are. He finds it for me. So he actually did something this week. Who knew? Who knew?
Well, you forgot
All
that.
right, Big G, you demand.
Me and a good friend of mine, we went to Royal Havana Cigars on Wednesday. That was a lot of fun. What else did I do this
What
week?
does that have to do
Worked
with?
on the tractor. What? You said I do nothing. Just tell me what-
Well, I'm just talking about for the show,
Oh,
but that's
okay.
okay.
All right.
Anyway, okay, we're moving on.
Nothing to see here, kids. Move along. Move along. Go on.
Anyway, so Dettling was actually founded in Brunnen, Switzerland by Franz Xavier Dettling in 1867. So each of the bottles shows 1867 on it.
that's
So
where that
that's
comes
where
from.
that comes from.
Gotcha.
It's now a product of Alabama, and it made history by being the first bourbon made in Alabama
Interesting.
By Swiss men.
by Swiss Alabamans. What do you
Yes.
call-
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're located in the extreme southern corn belt. So we all know, because I gave you guys a quiz last
Yes.
week,
You
that
did.
bourbon,
Right.
the key ingredient is corn. It has to be at least 51%.
Yep.
But like I said, this is a 6 grain. So other than corn, this is where you come in. The mash bill consists of grains from both the craft beer and the baking worlds, which piqued my interest.
Yeah, that okay.
So
That
it's-
gives me a clue.
It does have rye.
Of course.
It has oats, chocolate malted rye, caramel malted barley, and malted barley.
So a lot of that stuff you would use in brewing, particularly, including the malted rye.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting.
It is
So
interesting. Have you
how
ever
they-
had a 6 grain anything before?
I
don't
don't
think
know.
I
That's
ever
pretty
have.
unique. And the using the chocolate malt rye, and so that just really means that they take the rye and then they toast it in a kiln. It's kind of how you make stout. You really cook the malted barley till it's like really charred. But so a little bit short of that is a chocolate. It actually has sugars that can still be contributing to the mash, right? So,
Awesome.
but
Their grains actually come from Germany, Chile, the U.S., obviously, and Canada, but the majority of the grains do come from Alabama, where this is made. So,
yeah, and I think that you'd expect a nice color with those ingredients. So.
you know what? I didn't even look at that when he poured that. I didn't even pay any
Yeah.
attention to it, but it is a nice color. Their barrels that they use, they're crafted in multi-year air-cured American oak staves. So I don't know if air cured is something unique.
No, I think most of them they'll stack them and age them, outside, and
Makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
I would assume that's what it's the
Sorry,
same.
kids.
Yeah. What do you got? Oh,
No, my phone went off.
Okay, so just specifically to this bottle, their website claims that this is the first and only straight bourbon whiskey made in Alabama. We did a show earlier this season on Clyde Mays. And it's currently distilled. It is an Alabama whiskey, but
Yeah.
it's distilled in Kentucky because I don't know if you remember, the family had a few issues.
Right.
Kind of
Yeah.
Noonan. Anyway, so this is a low proof. It's 80 proof. So this might be. I don't know. Haven't tried it yet, but this could be a good bottle for people that are new to bourbon because it is a lower proof. So if you're not sure about it, maybe this is something we're going to tell you in a few minutes.
Yep.
It's aged 2 years in the Char 3 barrels,
All right.
and the price point is around $40-ish.
$40.
Okay.
$39.99.
A lot of competition in that price range.
So I
Yeah.
got these bottles. The first one that we did, and then this one. This came up from Alabama from a very good friend of mine that I call Cousin Ernie. So he's the one that brought those up to me. So
Thank you, Ernie.
yeah, I meant to reach out to him and tell him to watch the show because we're doing his bottle. So he hasn't opened his yet. So he's letting me open them first.
Guinea pig.
Then he's going to decide whether he's going to gift them to somebody else. But anyway, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I mean, that's pretty much all I have on that. So just checking real quick. Yep, I hit on
You
everything.
got anything? You got anything on this or no?
Nothing else to add. I think she hit everything I had.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Their site says it's smooth and delicious.
I hope so.
We'll be the judge of that, I guess.
About to
All right.
find
Should
out.
I pass them out, kids?
Let's do this thingy.
All right.
And our 2 audience members will participate.
They have their glasses.
Ooh. Oh, I do not like that at all. Sam, I am.
You didn't like the nose.
Oh gosh, no. It's really, really grassy.
It's definitely grassy, earthy, if you will. It's
Very. Like
I do-
cedar almost.
exactly.
Yeah, it does.
It's got that closet
A
smell,
little bit
so
of
to say.
almond.
Yeah.
Pine kind of
Cedar with some almond.
It's not ethanol though.
No, it's not. I didn't really get a lot of ethanol out of it at all. It's almost maybe a little bit of caramel. You get that caramel. I don't usually bring up caramel and vanilla, but that seems to have a little bit of a caramel nose to it.
I'm gonna tell. I
But
sniffed
the
it
grass,
twice,
the
and
grass
that's enough
is
for me.
pretty prominent.
Karen's passing on any additional.
No, I sniffed it twice. That was more than enough.
Well,
I'm good.
I'm okay with that.
But you never know.
But
Could
sometimes the nose and the palate
Kind of lighter.
can be quite different
You
from
smell
each
it
other.
first, and then when you sip it, you don't get as big of a hit of the strong
Yeah.
flavor.
this is true.
All right, what do you got on the nose?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
You got something else, Doug?
Yeah, it is a
Yeah.
little different. I mean, some of the, or a lot of the ones we've had recently, you get that nose, and we've been going, oh yeah, I can't wait to taste.
Right.
Not so with this one. It is a little. It's a little different on the nose. I don't know.
Off-putting.
I
For me.
I would just say
I often-
different. It's not what you're expecting. Yeah.
I often say, sometimes when I smell something from the glass, getting ready to taste it, if you will, and a lot of times it smells so good, and you're like, man, this is going to be a great product, and then when you drink it, you're like, ugh. So I'm waiting to taste it because yes, it's definitely grass forward, but I couldn't get a lot out of it, so I'm anxious to try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Grass, hay, cedar,
Yeah.
almonds. That's kind of what I get.
I could get that
It's-
that cedar.
Yeah, it doesn't
Sniff
have a lot of
sauce.
sweet, fruity notes.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
Trying to catch your
Okay,
hand
maybe
over
even
there.
some, yeah. Anyway, are
right.
you ready?
All right.
So the
do it.
nose, all I got
Oh,
on
okay.
this. So the website is very modest and unassuming, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
And
Right, sure.
they don't kind of do the
Hype it.
sales pitchy
Yeah.
crap and fluff it up. So the nose, it just says lots of vanilla and cedar. So I think you guys both hit on that.
So I'm looking at it.
At least, they
it-
aren't lying about that.
I don't know if it's just me or what, but it's kind of got just a hint of a little bit of cloudiness in there.
I was just gonna say that. Cloudy.
So
Yeah.
I see a little bit of cloudiness.
A little bit of haze.
So I wonder what causes that.
Well, that
Now-
could be the malted. I mean, the toasted malts and things they're using, because that's what they can even cause that in beer. The chocolate malt and stuff.
Gotcha. All right, let's hit it.
Interesting. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I'm really scared, guys, but.
I like it.
I taste, and I'm not just saying this because I read it. I taste chocolate.
I didn't say chocolate.
Yeah,
Wow.
caramel.
Yeah.
I actually get a little, dare I say, chewing tobacco.
I was gonna say regular tobacco.
Yeah, tobacco, but with a sweet edge to it.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of my
It's-
grandpaps,
it's-
Red Man or whatever.
Yeah. I was gonna say tobacco, not chewing tobacco, but you start talking, I didn't jump in. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's sweet.
It's
It's good.
Yeah,
It is.
I like the
It's
palate much better than
palate
the
is
nose.
very nice.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah,
Totally different than what you get
Yeah.
on the nose.
and the
Long
corn, it's
flavor.
corn forward.
Right.
Which I was surprised at all those grains in there, but
I'm gonna try it again. I like it.
What did you say, Cheese? You said something on the palate.
The flavor lasts a long time, and it's
Yeah.
not.
It's
It's
a
not
long
bad.
finish.
It's just long finish.
It's long
It's not
finish.
really hot. It's just pleasant.
Yeah.
right in 80 proof, it's probably
Mm.
not going to be too hot, but yeah, it still has a good finish.
Yeah, I'm very surprised it's not grassy on the
Yeah.
palate because the nose was so grassy forward.
It's nice. It really is. I like it.
Is there menthol?
Well, I said that cedar kind of that. Yeah, that probably is similar.
What do you got on the palate?
Palate again, very simple. Soft tobacco,
Okay.
corn, and sweet caramel.
Okay.
Finish long and smooth. So I think we hit
Nice.
on most of those. Yeah.
Nice.
We're good. Wow.
Yeah. No,
Awesome.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, me too.
On
Me too.
the taste. Totally different than what I got up front. So
Yeah, it
I
bounced back a little.
well
once I had
for
a taste.
$40, it's definitely something
Yeah.
to buy. It's definitely basically everything that you said.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's very good.
yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
if you want to get it and you are living here, the closest place to go is either Nashville or Illinois or West Virginia. So.
I still,
What, anything down
definitely
south?
liked the red label bottle that we did better.
You do like the red label better?
Yeah.
Oh, the Clyde May?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the
Totally.
Oh, that's
agree.
another right. It's
Yeah.
not Dettling, but it's
Right.
Clyde May is another Alabama.
Another
whiskey.
Alabama, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like
that was
Clyde
one
May.
of. I think that
I
was
do
our
get them
highest
confused. Yeah,
bottle, highest rated bottle that
That
we
was-
did this year.
that was a good one.
Yes,
Okay.
Greg, you asked if they had it down south. Obviously, because it's Alabama bourbon, it is in Alabama. It's in Florida. Those are probably the most south. I don't know that you'd call
Gotcha.
Washington D.C. south. It's kind of,
Yeah. No.
but
Good. Very nice.
that's it.
Very
So.
Jennifer's tried it before.
Jennifer has tried it before. Let's see. Let me check on the
What's
scroll.
Miss
Yeah.
Booker's Bog? What does she got there?
Let's see.
It grows on you, she says.
Ralphie, that happens to me with Indian food. What?
What? What?
The Bud Light group will enjoy it. What are you talking
Oh boy. Oh.
Oh my! No nutskins, Phil. I get no nutskins. Not on the nose and not on the palate. Neither one. Let's see what else we got here. I had it, Jennifer. Here it is. I had it in Alabama on my last work trip.
It's nice. Okay.
Captain Gooch, you said, "Woo, bottle came." What bottle? What do you got? Oh, bottle cam.
Cam.
Oh, you put an E on the end of that. I was reading
Oh,
it as
yeah.
was. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Well,
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what Ralph is talking about with like the Indian food. I don't know.
Well, when he was in town, he took us out to dinner to
Oh,
Indian restaurant.
I know what he's talking about. I thought we had an earthquake that day.
What? Oh my God! Don't even bring that up. Don't even bring it up. That was hilarious.
I didn't bring it up. Ralph brought it up. Anywho, that was funny.
I hope your turban was dirty when you got home.
Oh,
my
shoot!
goodness.
All
I
right.
tell you what, Ralphie, that was. Thank you very much for dinner that night. But this week I made Indian food because it was like, man, and I made my own saffron rice. It came out very well, by the way. So it was 10 ingredients, and saffron is not cheap. Just so you know.
No, it's not. Is that the most expensive spice?
I don't know, but
Believe it or not, like
$10.
ounce per ounce vanilla is one of the most expensive ones.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah,
Really?
real vanilla.
Yeah.
Wow.
Real vanilla ketchup?
vanilla bean, where they cut it
Yeah.
and scrape it off. Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, let's move along, kids.
Okay, well it's time for the ratings.
It is time for the ratings. I need some time to think about my ratings, so I will let one of you guys.
I'm
do your
gonna
thing.
go with a 3.55.
Unbelievable.
You took the words right out of your mouth.
Me
Exactly.
and him are always like neck and neck. Good.
What do you got, Doug?
People think we're just probably probably think we make it up. But 3, that's exactly what I was going to say. And that's what I had in my head because, I always like to put the 100th digit place in there. Well, screw it. That's what I was thinking.
All right.
355. That's what I'm going with. Well, I try to be
spent too
different.
much time in
I'll
the
just be
fort.
honest. That's what I was going to go with.
You and your imaginary friend. Is he
Exactly.
talking to you yet?
No.
No.
Ignores me.
He's smart. All right, Karen.
All
what
right,
do you
it's
got,
Karen
girlfriend?
decide.
You know what? I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna take another taste, and I'm gonna
Okay,
go
well,
to
Let's go
our
to Miss Shauna.
Yeah.
audience here.
It does grow on you as you drink more.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's like
started-
underwear. It creeps up,
Kind of creeps up on you. I started lower, but I'm at a 3.3.
Okay, that's
All right,
respectful.
That's respectable.
That's
Yeah.
respectful.
3.3 for Shauna.
So Shauna, you started lower. Was the nose something that turned you off too? Like I was complaining about it.
Couldn't get a
what
lot
was
out
your?
of the nose.
The nose didn't really turn me off, but the first few sips were kind of like, they got sweeter as I went.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Cheese.
cheese. What you got, dog?
I like this more than last week's.
Okay. Better than the
Because
Bib
I'm
and
kinda
Tucker.
more of a rye guy, and I don't like kind of really strong flavors.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really mild, but it finishes so smooth. I'm like 3.65.
All right.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
Very good.
Oh gosh,
all.
me already, huh?
Yep.
Now, yeah, you gotta.
Well, while
Gotta
you're
deliver.
deciding what you're doing, I might want to try a little bit more of that.
Oh,
you
there
never
you
know.
go.
Another second taste
Yeah.
might change you.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm really right there with all of you guys because the first number that pops in my head, I should just stick with it. 345.
Okay.
3, 4,
That's
5.
respectful.
345, and
Pass
agree
it
because
over
I
to the
thought
wizard.
Yeah, I thought we were heading into 2 territory with you
I was a
this time.
little worried, honestly.
Well, I said, what did I say earlier? I said that a lot of times when you smell something and it's terrible or you
Yeah.
think it's terrible, usually the drink in the bottle is much better.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, think about that.
Except with respect to Kentucky
I
gentlemen.
was just gonna say, I started to say Kentucky. I was just getting ready to say that.
Like I said, that ain't no
Between that and
gentleman.
Black Velvet 8 year. But anyway. Oh my goodness.
That was funny.
That
was
was
a funny
fun.
show.
That was a good
Well,
show.
You have to.
For sure.
It's it's hard to do it again because how many of those are there? But
That was our April Fool's last
Yeah,
year.
we-
We tried to
we
bring
could-
the worst to the
I'm
table.
sure there's probably enough for another show.
Okay,
Something.
but we're not doing that. Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, no time
Kidding, I'm
soon.
kidding,
Not
I'm
time anytime soon, but yeah,
Just
we
kidding.
could do
Scared? You guys scared?
Oof,
it. It is scary, man.
terrible.
It's not, It's always more fun to drink good whiskey. Let's
I
just
agree.
put it that way.
I agree. People always say, how do you get your infinity bottles so good? It's because we only drink good booze.
That's right. That's
No,
right.
but we got to switch it up. I think we need to. We'll talk about it later. Do
Yeah,
some do some run of the mill stuff, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and we got to do our infinity bottle tasting contests and some things like that. We'll figure out when to put those
Sure.
on the schedule. But
What I just noticed, you have an Old Smoky Moonshine T-shirt
yes,
on.
I actually picked that up at the place in Nashville where they have a outlet.
Nice.
Is that your Whiskey Wizard this week where you were?
Well, this one was at it was in Nashville at the Pennington Distillery,
Gotcha.
and Davidson Reserve is their main product. So, but it's all close by. There's several. I mean, there's a couple of moonshine places and 3 or 4 distillers right there in Nashville. And next week's National Barrel Company is there, so they don't distill there. We'll talk about that next week. But.
Well, it's interesting that you brought that up because
Yeah.
maybe we hit the bottle cam for next week.
Oh yeah, let's look at what we're doing next week.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
So yes, the Nashville Barrel Company
Yes.
is next week.
Awesome.
Now I just gotta say, I can't wait, but I love their products. So we'll talk about it because they're all unique. So they're all single barrel products. But if the past is any indication, it should be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Awesome. What do we got on the scroll?
Scroll. We do have a score coming in from the audience. Jennifer Boggs gives it a 3.6.
That's what I'm talking about, girlfriend.
3.6. All right.
Message received.
All right.
Booker Boggs.
Booker Boggs.
3.6.
That was
She's
a-
right there with you, Cheese.
Yeah, she.
I'll tell you what, Steve Galloway hit that name for her. I mean, he hit that name back in the day. Booker Boggs. And when he said, we're like, oh, that's her new nickname.
She is a fan.
Yes, she is.
a fan.
We have somebody that I have not seen before on the scroll, so I want to give him a shout out. James Krizak.
James Krizak.
Hey, James.
Thank you
Welcome. Yeah.
for joining us.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm glad you're
appreciate it.
here. That's so cool to see new people on the show. I love it.
That's great.
Ralph is
sorry.
asking about the Bikini Beach Bar in Nashville.
I'm not familiar. I'm sure my daughters could tell me
Probably a
about
strip club, knowing Ralph.
it. In which case, they probably wouldn't. But I think anyway.
It's a good thing you don't know
Yeah.
about that one.
Bikini Beach Bar, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
I will
Ralph,
We'll have to ask them.
What? So
Please.
James is new on the show. Do you have anything you want to say on the show? Anything you or any questions or anything, James? Or
He says, hey guys, how are yas?
okay,
We are good.
awesome.
We are good. We are
Welcome.
drinking
Yeah.
whiskey, and bourbon. So,
So
you know.
yeah, it's
I was just wondering if he was local or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, let us know, James. What you got there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Too funny. Okay. I think I hit everything. We are not going to go back to the Indian food with Ralph. Jennifer does say that she agrees the palate is better than the nose.
Yes.
Absolutely. The nose is complete turn off.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but
It was hard to get some
didn't-
of those notes out of there.
yeah, didn't make me. It wasn't enticing me a whole lot. So
No, it totally made me not even want to.
yeah.
I was scared. And I don't get scared very often, but.
Hmm.
So So you guys poured another glass.
I did.
Yeah,
Just
it's,
one of
Is
those.
this changing at all now that it's kind of been
No,
opened and sitting?
I like
or-
it, and it actually pairs well with the cigar, believe it or not.
I believe that.
You can only dream.
Yeah. There's a little bit of tobacco note in it, as we said, and I think,
Right.
I was thinking that. I was thinking if I smoke cigars, I bet this would be a
You
good
should start smoking cigars.
pair. Well, someday maybe.
One of these
Give it
days.
a try.
One of these days we'll have you smoking cigars. You'll probably be 85, but you'll still
Yeah,
smoke something. Yeah.
Ralph's trying to redeem himself. He
What's
said it's a
Ralphie saying?
biker bar. It's not a strip club.
Oh,
Okay.
well, we ain't going there.
Gotcha, Ralphie. It's okay. Is that what you tell Liz?
Funny. That's
Uh-huh.
it. Hey, Ralphie, I have a question for you. So when we come out, we're thinking about maybe coming out on, out of the closet. But anyway, we're thinking about coming out.
We're bringing all our Bud Light.
Thursday night, Thursday evening. I don't know how that works for you. But anyway,
We don't care.
We don't care.
We don't care.
It's about us.
Knock,
just so
knock,
you know.
knock. Ralphie, we're here.
Too funny. Awesome.
All right.
Anybody else on
Let's
this
see.
phone?
What else we got? No, I think I've got about everything out there.
All right.
I'm
No,
surprised.
we can't
nothing
finish
for
this.
Mr. Trizak. Why do I know that name?
No, everyone's saying hi to him though.
Yeah,
They're
well-
welcoming him to the crowd in the group. So it's always nice, and that's what's great about the people that are out there on the chat.
Right.
They're always like so engaging with each other and very friendly. So we like that. And
I mean, the concept of this show is that we got this round table that you all in the audience are the person sitting right there, and the whole concept by this obviously is that we're all just friends sitting around
Right.
enjoying the thing that we all share, which is whiskey, and exploring different ones each week, and all the things that go with that, and learning about it together. I mean, you never quit learning when it comes to whiskey. That's my
always something.
experience.
this is true.
Yeah, the
And it's
reason,
always changing. So the trends and all the things going on, and
so the reason I was asking about James Trizak, for some reason I know
Krizak with the K.
Trizak. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
all right.
So I had ordered some whiskey, which I
Mhm.
normally do, but so when it was delivered, the person that dropped it off, I won't say what he did or any of that stuff, but anyway, long story short, and I met him at the door at the office, and so we start talking, and I said, let me, I'll sign that for you. He says, if you want to sign it, you can. So I said, okay, blah, blah, blah. So he's all like, man, you buy a lot of alcohol. I said, I do. And he says, is there any reason? I said, well, we have a podcast radio show. And he says, really? I said, yeah. He goes, what? Okay, whiskey. What else? I said, well, is there anything? I said, well, we do cigars and whiskey. Blah, blah, blah.
And beer.
So I gave him, told him the name of the podcast, and I said, if you ever get a chance, jump on. We're live on Fridays. We start at 7:30, and try watching our show one time. He says, you know what, I think I will. So I don't know if that's him or not, but anyway, it just had my attention. Somebody new.
That's great.
That's great. I really, really appreciate that. If we're not that guy and you just jumped in to watch the show, we do really appreciate all that.
well, that's for our new listener or viewers.
Yeah, we love it. Love
So
it, love it, love
hopefully
it.
we see you on the scroll.
Yeah.
You always can comment. You can always ask questions here. Plus, you can reach out to our link, if you will.
Our website actually. So it's all updated. We just got our events all scheduled up to Memorial Day. We'll be off that weekend, but we got it through the end of May. We have everything out there. So if there's something you guys want to drink and join us and give us your score, we'll put it in there. You go on the website and we'll include
You
you.
can see what we're drinking a week ahead of time, and you can put your rating on there as well. So that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
I don't know what happened. I got an error occurred. Please try again later.
Uh-oh.
So I just want to ask everybody, can you still hear us? I've never seen this before.
Okay.
Let
Well,
me see. We're
you're
live on
back.
the OBS. And here we got an error.
what's it say?
So I don't
Shauna's
know.
putting up her thumb, so
Shauna, we're good?
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So
thank
maybe
you,
you just-
ma'am.
All right.
clicked on something else. or-
I don't know.
What?
I don't know what happened.
News.
Yeah, well, I was going to get to that. I was just
I just
making
want,
sure
I
we
want to make sure everyone
people
can
are seeing
hear
it.
us.
So
Thank you,
a couple
Paul.
of news
Thank
items.
you, Phil.
We'll go through.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, we might as well. We got time, which is rare. We'll talk about a few news items.
All right.
I'm talking about releases in 2023. I updated all my news so we could talk
The
about
Dettling
that.
ride. That's
Yeah,
it.
well, there we go. Yeah. Elijah Craig has a 2023 release called A123. It's Heaven Hill Distillery, features a mash bill of 78% corn, 12% malted barley, and 10% rye. Each batch of barrel proof contains an uncut selection of 12-year-old bourbon bottled straight from the barrel, which means each batch varies by proof, with this year's coming in at about 125.6 proof. Yeah. So that's won't be for the tame of heart, but I would
Put
sure
your
like
cigarette
to try
lighters
it.
down for that. Yeah.
I would sure like to try that. $88. That seems like a pretty good deal for that.
And I always forget about Elijah Craig.
Yeah,
I don't
me
know
too.
why.
It's not-
Elijah Craig.
It's
Yeah.
just not something that I
Maybe
think
that's
of.
one we need to do on the show or try to get.
Yeah,
that sounds
yeah.
really good. Garrison Brothers Guadalupe is another 2023 release. Garrison Brothers in Austin, Texas, they're kind of making a name for themselves, and they just opened a distillery in 2006, so they're new to it. This says, similar to Pappy Van Winkle, the company makes its annual Guadalupe release from a mash bill of corn, red winter wheat, and malted barley. I thought Pappy Van Winkle has wheat as red winter wheat. Okay,
Right.
excuse me. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
All Pappies, all Wellers are all weeded.
So, Greg, you want to guess the price on that one?
I'm gonna say $100.
$150. So,
Ooh. Hey,
yeah.
hey,
And none
that
of
seems
theirs
to be
are
my sweet spot for whatever reason.
yeah, none of theirs are very cheap.
What's
So I
the
gotta-
proof? Do you have the proof on that one?
What is it? 107 proof.
Nice.
107. Okay, that's
So,
right in the sweet spot.
Delivers notes of berries, plums, strawberry biscuits, chocolate, and honey. So,
Ooh.
yeah. We've never done a Garrison's, have we?
I don't
we
think
gotta
we
try
have.
that. We gotta
I've-
try that.
I've seen it,
No, I know.
but that's
Yeah.
another one, like the
Yeah.
Elijah Craig. I skip over it. I don't know why.
So I
Yeah.
have Buffalo Trace just came out with the newest Old Charter Oak release, Spanish oak, called Charter DAC, D-A-K. It's supposed to be finished in rum barrels. So that's a new product out.
We've talked about it. I love rum finished whiskey.
Yeah. Bardstown products, great products. Bardstown
Always.
Company's rum
Yeah.
finish Foursquare collaborative series includes 17-year bourbon. I'm sure that's going to be a couple $100 too. I just bought a whole bunch of the series, collaboration series of Bardstown. Unfortunately, yeah, you did. Unfortunately, those bottles are here and gone. It didn't take long, but anyway.
Yeah.
So
Obviously, we didn't like it because they're
the
not
new
there
release
anymore.
of Booker's 2023 Charlie's Batch 126 proof. That's for Booker Boggs. If you don't have it, let me know. I can probably find you one. So that's all the quick news that I have.
Well, I want to do some Scottish whiskey. Glen Grant 21-year-old is a 2023 release, expanding its permanent collection with the brand's oldest expression yet at 21 years old. And yeah, I've never, so this is good for Glen Grant.
I don't think
so,
I've heard of
yeah.
Glen Grant before.
Yeah, it's a space side, and they're kind of always Midland whiskey. To me, they're somebody will disagree with me, and that's fine. But they're always kind of right in the middle.
As far as
They're-
peat wise, you're talking about?
No, there's no peat. It's a typical space side profile with very little peat, if any. But it's just kind of not. I mean, it's just right in the mid range. A good, what you would call a starter whiskey. most of theirs. But so this is intriguing to a 21-year-old. So I mean most.
Wow.
I've only had the 12, and that's all I've ever seen. So
Right. Awesome.
yeah. So we'll save a few
And there's
for
not a
next
lot
time.
of 21-year-old. You don't see that a lot.
Well,
I
you
mean,
see-
we had the Royal Salute. I think that was 21.
Yeah.
21.
And you've got a Glenmorangie 18-year coming up.
Yeah, I mean, yes, for
Oh,
Scottish whiskey, you're more likely to see older ages,
we-
obviously, than American whiskey in that kind of range.
We've done a few 18 years.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah,
A couple
yeah.
weeks
Oh,
ago.
Bellini?
A couple
You got
weeks
that?
ago, we did a what 50
50-year.
Oh,
50.
the Batiki.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
50-year.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
anyway, so that's one maybe I'll try to hunt down. And well, Heaven Hill has a 20-year-old Kentucky corn whiskey they released. That's another new 2023 limited release. This
So-
Heritage Collection release, 12% malted barley, 8% rye, 80% corn. So 115 proof, just 110 barrels. It was filled in October 2002. So yeah, that's well, how much do you think? I gave it $290. So, anyway.
Well, I bought that Orphan barrel.
Yeah.
That was $280, and Jose's wife, she beat him up, and I ended up paying $250 for that bottle. I still haven't opened it, but I almost don't want to open it. But if I have to, I do. It is what it is.
You only live once.
Exactly. So.
That's right.
So what I think is interesting, we're talking about proof. So we are doing that Nashville barrel next week, and
Yeah.
it's 117.42 proof.
Yeah,
So
that's
this is going to be pretty hefty.
a lot of
next
their
week.
whiskeys are they're just single barrel strength. So
It's a little bit out of my wheelhouse to be that
And we'll
high.
see,
but I know you
because-
guys like that stuff.
but
Well, I'm not a
They're
fan of a lot of heat. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's why I've liked them in the past. Again, we'll see because single barrel whiskeys. It's going to be there's always variation, but they've always been, despite that. That's what I like about them. They're not these hot. They always drink like they're well under their potency, if you
Right.
will.
Right.
Lots of richness. So you get a lot of the flavor. You don't get all this alcohol burn. At least that's been my experience.
Yeah,
That's why I
that's-
like them. I keep every time I go to Nashville, I seem to find myself in the Midtown Cork Dorks buying some more. So
Thank you, sir. May I have another? Jennifer's asking, which orphan barrel were you talking about?
You know what? I don't remember off the top of my head, but I will take a picture of it and send it to you after the show. It should be upstairs, but anyway.
All right.
All right. Anything else on the scroll?
No. Jennifer says her favorite orphan barrels are Forged Oak, Rhetoric. I love Rhetoric, and Fable and Folly. I have not heard of anything other than the Rhetoric.
I think I have the Fable. I think I have that. I think that's one I got.
You bogarting it?
I'm almost. Well, hey,
you might have two or more.
you might have to whip out your wallet. If you want to taste my shit, you know?
Oh, don't get me
that
started. Here we go.
Listen up, Negro. I ain't playing. All right, kids.
And
you got
Jennifer said, "And my Booker's is coming in the mail straight from the distillery."
The new
right,
one
so
that you were
don't
talking about,
worry
you
about it.
guys were
Right,
talking about?
oh,
Okay,
that-
cool.
that's
All right.
great.
Any-
Yeah.
I always, when it comes to the Bookers, I want to make sure she has what she wants. That's
Yes.
all. So, all right, what do we got for closing?
Well, okay. Well, you guys know the drill. Just keep watching, and if you, if you miss the show, if you don't get to see it live, that's going to happen from time to time. Life's busy. Just please do catch the show when it's convenient for you, because still that gives us the views, and that's what helps keep us going. Don't forget about our website now. Karen's putting a lot of work into keeping it up to date, showing you what's coming in at least for like the next month kind of time frame on the things we're doing. We really, again, we want you to, if you can, it's great to have our audience that's on the scroll tasting the same thing we are. And I know you can't necessarily get everything that we do, but if you can, that's great. We love to hear. We like to have audience members tasting what we're tasting at the same time, and given, we'll make sure that we record your scores, and eventually we'll have something on our website where we can get all the historical scores, and then you'll be recorded for posterity there.
But at
as
least
well.
we got what we did this year. So
That's right. Yeah, Karen
Yeah.
started doing it, thank God. But I do need to go back through the archives and get all of our historical ones, at least since the beginning of 2022. And we'll do that. We'll promise to do that. So.
Well, and it's interesting because I think, as I posted earlier, if you're out shopping and you don't know what to get, at least you can bring up
Yeah.
our website. You can see what we scored it. I mean, not that,
Yeah.
we're great or anything, but you have an idea of what we like, and
Sure.
it might be something you like. So if we
Right.
give it a higher score, it might be something you guys want to,
Sure.
take a chance on. So.
Awesome.
Yes. So for tonight's closing quote, this comes from Vivian Stanshall, English poet and songwriter, who said, "If I had all the money I spent on whiskey, I'd spend it on whiskey."
Atta girl.
All right, kids. Hey, thanks for watching the show. We appreciate you all as always, and I know you guys appreciate us because you watch us, and I really, really, really do respect that. So hope you all have a great, safe weekend, and we'll catch you next week on Friday. I'm your host, Big G.
Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
Catch you next Friday, kids.
Till next time.
Hasta Winnebago.
If whiskey stopped working, every bar in town would be closing their doors, shutting down. Everybody would be trapped with their thoughts, 'cause nothing numbs the pain like bourbon or scotch. Oh no, oh no, no. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped. Poor Jack D would be out of a job. Jameson and Bean would be cut off. Hank Williams songs wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, this whole damn world would be a mess. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped, oh. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably halfway out of this town, leaving Tennessee.